So would you say that racism still exists in the U.S.?
Certainly.
Certainly. Where do you see this in general?
Um, just in the attitude of certain people, I don't think it's as prevalent as it's made out to be. I think there are certain people who are racist and act that way, and they're the ones who get more attention.
And why would you say that this is a problem?
Um, well, it's a shame to judge anyone based on just their appearance, whether it's their color or their hair or, whether they're short or tall or whatever.
So, you sent your children to private schools for the elementary school ages of their lives. Would you say that because of the prices of these schools, it's a lot harder for middle class and under people to go to these schools?
Not the school that they went to because there was a voucher system in place for lower income families. So they could qualify if they were in a poorly performing school district for help with that. They also had scholarship programs that helped an awful lot of families in their school. So it all depends on what your priorities are. Of course, if someone's making minimum wage, it would be tough to afford private school in any situation, but theirs was pretty affordable.
So, around how many people of color did these scholarships go to?
The vast majority were people of color.
But how many?
Oh,
Do you know around how many?
No, I don't know.
No. Let me ask you another question. The teachers at this school, how many of them were of color?
Oh, that's a good question. Not very many.
So would you say that these children, for the main ages of their life, where they're supposed to be learning, were taught kind of biasedly by these teachers, and that they didn't learn to see colored people as authority figures? Do you feel like that impacts them?
That's actually a really valid and good point. I know that was something that we talked about. I was on the board for the school, and we talked about increasing diversity in the teaching staff. So while I was on the board, we specifically hired and looked for people of color, but no, there weren't very many, and it was something that the school was aware of and purposefully sought out people of color for certain positions. Well, not even certain positions, any positions that we had open. We tried to get with the African American churches in the area and make those positions known to them, so that they could pass it around to their, the members of their churches and that sort of thing. But sometimes the only people you have responding for the job are not people of color, and you have to fill the job. So